So Dylan sent me a Snapchat this morning where he looked really sad and depressed, but he was wearing a tank top. He's like, how do I look? And I'm thinking, like, not like it's 41 degrees out. Morning. It is 41 degrees, according to Snapchat, which doesn't actually use any of my weather apps to determine the temperature. It uses my location based on where it thinks. You know how it has like the weird geotag stuff? And it's like, here I can get a Beaverton. At THPRD and Freddy's, I can't. So the temperature will change between those places because I'm no longer in what is considered Beaverton, or the various, I don't know. It's not even based on zip codes because I think THPRD and us are the same zip code or something like that. It's like, what? I mean, it is really cool that it has that ability to do that with the location-based stuff. But it's like...
What temperature is it using?
Yeah, it's probably just using the one based off the tower or whatever. I don't know.
I can totally see, like, 2 generations from now, Snapchat equivalent, using your GPS location and then having the GPS satellite just do a quick pew. Okay, it's 41 Fahrenheit.
That would be fun, trying to get... I just now see, like, quick little lasers all the time because people are refreshing the temperature. And then some aliens come up and be like, are they shooting their own planet? Anyways, while it is humorous today to talk about the temperature and Snapchat and stuff, I am still under reservations about what happened in Houston.
Yeah.
The thing is, and I told Asnat on Facebook this morning, at least, I swear to God, I still am not, like, confirmed, but I suspect. Anyways, that just like in Oregon, there was a really confusing ballot measure, and people didn't know quite how they were voting. That's what it seems like to me happened, or that there was just because, yeah, you can have an incredible scare program. Just an absolute thing. And what they did is they focused on one thing, and they scared the crap out of people about it. And they voted for it, but the people didn't read what it was.
Yeah.
So basically they got scared into not allowing trans people in their respected bathrooms rather than their, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have that issue going on. So you don't want guys walking into women restrooms so that because they identify as women. I don't.
Yeah.
That's an issue in and of itself. The problem is the entire ordinance got rescinded because you can't rescind part of it. So now a restaurant cannot, a hotel, you can be kicked out of your apartment currently because you're pregnant. I'm sorry, we don't serve military members here. You can't do that, that's illegal. Not really. And I'm waiting for people to find this out and just go nuts with it.
Yeah.
Before it gets just as a show of force to rescind it.
It removed all legal protections, right?
I shared it on Facebook. I read it out loud to you. It's like any marital status, sexual status, gender status, military status, pregnant status. It's like...
So what I'm expecting will happen is someone will figure out, oh, well, that was put in by a Republican or a Democrat, and they won't serve or work with that party.
Yeah.
And they'll make it public that that's why they're doing it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Like, for the time being, and I'm not sure if it's gone into effect yet or not, but for the time being, Houston has become the most regressive city in the country.
Yeah.
So while it is sad to see that such a voting thing happened, I'm not necessarily sure that in 2015 something like that can get passed without an incredible amount of... Oh, there is a train coming. Without an incredible amount of just almost underhandedness. Like I said, in Oregon for the whole gay marriage thing in 2004, it was just worded really terribly. Because... Chris and I were together rereading it. Like, are we really voting on how we want to vote on this one? Because this used, like, hyper-legalese. Is that the term here? Legalese?
Yes.
Yeah. He was using hyper-legalese to try to get it past people. It's, and in the coming And in the following years, I realized that it really was that. You know, Oregon is not as blue or as progressive as people think, but considering you have places like Eugene and Salem that were voting no, or voting yes. They were voting yes. See, it's still 11 years later, and I still can't remember which way was the right way in a way. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to go research this a little bit more, and then we're going to talk at home. And yeah. Okay, so I'm sitting here reading ballotpedia.org/City of Houston Anti-Discrimination Hero, because it's Houston Equal Rights Ordinance. Cute. Veto referendum, Proposition 1, November 2015 ballot, #ballot question. Because I'm checking down into the arguments for and against. One of the arguments for is that critics called the Houston Hero the ordinance of the Sexual Predator Protection Act, because they were viewing transgendered people as sexual predators. One of their main signs was no men in women's bathrooms, as I said earlier. This was pure panic about transgendered people, but it wound up kicking off all discrimination. All of it. It's got a whole host of things. Like I said, link will be below. This also has links to news articles, all of them from yesterday, most of them from yesterday. So we got 10:15, 10:28, 11:2, and then everything else is from 11:3. So that's what's going on with that. Like I said, this is going to be, I don't want to say fun to watch. It says right here, it got voted 61% to 39%. It's 60.97 to 39.03. That's 61 to 39. And it got, like I said, so now you can discriminate against anyone. Yeah, the Houston Equal Rights Ordinance, which prohibits discrimination in city employment and city services, city contracts, public accommodations, private employment, and housing based on individual sex, race, color, ethnicity, national origin, age, familial status, marital status, military status, religion, disability, sexual orientation, genetic information, genetic identity, or pregnancy. So whatever your status with those, someone can now discriminate against it for whatever reason. You can now discriminate against someone because they're not pregnant. Sorry, dudes. We're screwed. You can now discriminate against someone because they're Catholic. This apparently does not cover, like, we don't serve your kind here, because this does not list in, like, public accommodations. But public accommodations could be hotels. Private employment. Sorry. You know, we don't hire non-pregnant people. Isn't that a way of saying man? No, if you can get pregnant, we'll hire you. It's not anything about male or female. It's about whether you're pregnant or not. People can only work here if they're pregnant. If you're not pregnant, you're fired. That's against the law. No, it's not. Apparently you can be a tweaker, though. Nothing here says, drug use. Familial status. I don't even realize what that means. Is that like, what is that? What's that mean? Comment below. I don't know. Familial status. Is that like you're a son? So you can't. But anyways, so that's that. Genetic information. I don't get that. Genetic information? Anyways, I will check you guys later. I don't know what my phone's doing right now. Catch you guys later.